Day for Ireland, but you wouldn't know. Today is a dark day for Ireland, but you wouldn't know that if you get your news from RTE. Last night, in the middle of the night, at 1 a.m, the Dáil voted on something. The Irish media will tell you it's just a technical bill, a bit of housekeeping. Nothing for you to worry about. The Arbitration Amendment Act is a law that is designed to sidestep our constitution. It is a betrayal. The rest is rhetoric. Fine Gael, especially Simon Harris, are selling this to the public as a simple trade update. They keep using this word, diversify Ireland. What this does is lays the groundwork for foreign corporations to be able to sue the Irish government in private investor courts if we do anything that gets in the way of their profits. So a Canadian mining company or a fossil fuel company can drag the Irish state into private tribunal outside of our courts and claim money from the taxpayer for getting in the way of their profits. This is a raw, brutal and corrupt transfer of Irish power and sovereignty away from our people and into the hands of corporations. Government press releases and the RTE are spinning this as good for trade, supporting Irish businesses, modernising arbitration. This is treason. Sorry, Simon, it is. You should feel really, really sick about this. Ireland fought for centuries to make our own laws. Our ancestors lived under an empire that treated this land as something to be extracted from. Last night, the government invited a new empire through a back door while you were sleeping. Not the British this time, not soldiers. Something quieter and far more cowardly. This is a special private court where foreign companies can hit Ireland with massive bills if we do anything that might protect our people, our land or our climate and interrupt their profits. The government looked at a system that is already being used to punish countries across the global south and said, yeah, we love a bit of colonisation, sign us up. It is a betrayal. It tells you openly about the government's priorities. The constitution and the public come second to investors. Last night was a turning point in Irish sovereignty and we need to name it as such. The bill is called the Arbitration Amendment Act 2025. Arbitration is a tranquilizer word. It signals that this is technical, neutral, grown-ups only. It disarms you of your entitlement to feel angry. When you hear the word arbitration, you think of a business dispute, two suits arguing over a contract. And so your brain just slides off it. It feels safe to ignore. It invites you to think, this is above my pay grade, lawyers will figure it out. The word acts as a do not disturb sign around the bill. But behind arbitration amendment in this bill is a binding court system for corporations that sits above Irish law. It's a rule that Irish courts must enforce investor rules. The system needs a way of taking something brutal, taking taxpayer money and paying it to private corporations for lost profits. Should we limit at all the extraction or destruction? Words like arbitration allow that to feel normal and grown up and obvious. This is not diversification. This is not openness. This is the Irish state handing corporations a weapon and saying, shoot me in the head, I'm good for it. Use this on us if we ever step out of line. Let's say a Canadian mining company wants to extract lithium from Ireland, and we say, no, that's going to poison our waterways. That mining company can sue Ireland in this new private court for the profits it says it's lost. That could be billions of euros taken out of the health service to give to a foreign company who we don't let colonise us. The only people who benefit from this are foreign investors, fossil fuel companies, mining companies, real estate speculators, private healthcare, private water companies. Canadian firms dominate global mining. Over 75% of mining companies worldwide are registered in Canada. And these firms already operate like bandits across Africa. They do not care about the world they leave behind. They go in looking for cobalt, lithium, gold, and to get it, they will displace communities, contaminate water, bring in their own security forces, suppress resistance, massacre people, use rape as a weapon. These companies are able to pillage Africa because they have legal protection under these exact investor treaties. CETA is giving them that same protection to operate that way here in Ireland and Europe. So, if a future Irish government tries to bring a climate law that might affect the profits of an energy company, that energy company can sue the Irish state. If the government tries to cap rents, real estate investors can sue them. If the government ever tries to make healthcare or water or transportation free or nationalised, the investor can sue for expropriation. The government did this in the dark, literally at 1 a.m, but they also waived any scrutiny of this bill. No Oireachtas committee hearings, no expert witnesses, no public debate. If you held a referendum and asked the Irish public, should foreign investors be able to sue the Irish government in private tribunals, the answer would obviously be no. So they didn't ask you. They used boring passive language and hope that you don't notice. This is how extraction capitalism works. Key decisions about our common wealth are being taken quietly in technical language at 1 a.m. with no scrutiny in a hope that they can avoid triggering collective defence. Fine Gael says that CETA is about jobs and growth, and Canada is a reliable trading partner. What do you mean, jobs and growth? Jobs with the Canadian firms who want to extract value from Ireland? Jobs and growth? Growth in their profit? Certainly not growth in your wages or our public services. Would you say reliable trading partner? Do you mean a country whose corporations you are comfortable giving legal power over our policy making? In 2022, the Supreme Court ruled that CETA was unconstitutional. The court said no, this tribunal would be administering justice without any constitutional limits. And that breaches Article 34 of the Irish Constitution. The Fine Gael government and their...
Okay, I can't keep playing this because it keeps stopping on me, so you get the idea.